What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing A Quiet Place that came out in 2018 before A Quiet Place Part 2 tonight. I am really excited to see what we got in store for A Quiet Place Part 2. I really enjoyed the first part, as you're going to see, and I can't wait to talk about it. Now, this is going to be a spoiler-filled review of A Quiet Place, and this is John Krasinski's third directorial effort and stars him alongside his wife Emily Blunt, Noah Jupe, and Millicent Simmons, and tells a story about this world run down by monsters who hunt you down if you make any kind of noise. And we follow the small family navigating this nightmare. This was a film that I was going to try to go in without knowing anything about the film, because I wanted to go in blind and not really know that much about it, except the little synopsis of the film, so I can just get captivated by the story when I went to go see it for the first time. By luck, I actually went to go see the fourth Insidious movie, and they had the trailer for this film playing in front of it. So once that trailer started playing, I was really hooked on what the story was, what John Krasinski was trying to tell us. And overall, I had a really fun time with this film. For the first 5 minutes of the film, I was locked in. They really give you a sense of the world that you are going to be living in. And once you see his kid die, and then within the first 5 minutes of the film, you know that there are no limits to what will happen to any of these characters, and you're just terrified about what's going to happen to them if they make a noise. There are some minor nitpicks that I have with film, kind of like how they still have light without a generator making a lot of noises, and how they would want to have a baby. I get it from a character standpoint, but that's something that really didn't vibe with me very well. I also love the part where we see John Krasinski with the fireplace, because once he ignites that, then you see like this whole field of people that are still alive trying to get by as well. I thought from a story standpoint, I thought that was really well done, because that way you can tell more stories in this world, and I really enjoyed how he did that and how he translated with that. I thought the star performances from Millicent Simmons and Noah Jupe were fantastic. I haven't seen much of Millicent. The Quiet Place came out back in 2018, but I have seen Noah Jupe in a couple of things. I saw him, last time I saw him was in Ford v Ferrari, and I thought he was great in that film. I still haven't seen Honey Boy, and those are the only two performances that I know of. This was going to be both of their first films out of the gate. Then this is a really great performance that they both give, and I really enjoyed that. I love how John Krasinski directed them to give them the best kind of performances, and you just see it in their faces, and that's something that is really hard to do, especially when you're trying to convey a world full of silence. And it's hard to tell a story that way, because there's really not much dialogue. You only get a little bit of dialogue when John and Emily are down in the bunker with their new baby, hoping that their kids are still alive out there somewhere. We get a really fantastic waterfall scene with Noah and John, and I thought that those two scenes were really well done. The only thing that kind of bugged me a little bit when I first saw it was we get like a little bit of dialogue between father and son, and then we cut back to Millicent Simmons going to visit her little brother's grave, and that kind of bugged me a little bit. But recently watching it again, I really liked that technique, because we didn't get a lot of dialogue, and I think that's what they were going for. They didn't want to have heavy dialogue, because I believe in the first draft there was going to be a lot of dialogue, but John Krasinski just dialed it down just a little bit, and I really liked that part of the film. And there's really he really knows how to bring out the tension in these characters in this world, and you see it from the beginning of the film. Even though you see how much he cares for his family, even when you go down to the basement with him when he's trying to fix his daughter's hearing aid, you really do see how much love he has for her, even though he unintentionally did kill her little brother. But overall, this is a fun, intense, thrilling film that I really enjoy. I haven't seen it a lot like I thought I would, but I really enjoy this film. I just barely recently watched it the other day in preparation for A Quiet Place Part 2, which I am watching tonight. So look out for my review on that tonight. And this was a great film. I remember the first time that I watched this film, I had just barely moved, and me and my best friends went down to the movies to watch it together, and we all had a great time. It was hard for me the most because I was trying so hard not to cough, but every 30 seconds I would try not to cough, but it made for a great experience for me. Not in the best way, but it was a great experience. But overall, I think this is a fun, thrilling thrill ride that John Krasinski had us going with, and I can't wait to see what he does with A Quiet Place Part 2. I know there's a third one in development at the moment. I'm not sure if it's a spin-off or if it's a continuation with different characters, but so far, reviews for A Quiet Place Part 2 have been fantastic. I can't wait to go see it, and I hope that I enjoy it as much as I did with A Quiet Place. Even though this wasn't my favorite film of the year that it came out, I'm really glad that I was able to see this in theaters and have that great and wonderful experience. And that makes me even more excited to see what John Krasinski directs after A Quiet Place Part 2, which is, I believe, Imaginary Friends with Ryan Reynolds, so that's going to be great. Overall, I'm going to go ahead and give A Quiet Place a 9.5 out of 10. Aside from those little nitpicks that I had, this really is just a near perfect film that John Krasinski did a really good job bringing out the tension and the suspense. Let me know how much you enjoyed A Quiet Place. Were you one of the people that didn't enjoy it that much? Did you enjoy it a lot? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you thought of it. And I'm going to be uploading my review for the Friends Reunion special that came out today. I'm really excited to talk about that. So look out for reviews for those, for Cruella and A Quiet Place Part 2. Hopefully I can get out and see both of them tonight. So thank you for checking out my channel, checking out this review. If you liked it, go ahead and check out my other reviews that I've had on the channel. If you enjoy it, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. And until next time, this is Josie Reviews.